Hong Kong, or in Cantonese, Hong Kong, or literally translated as Fragrant Harbour, or romantically known as Pearl of the Orient. Previous images and footages of Victoria Harbour are probably what comes to most people's minds when mentioning Hong Kong. What I've circled here is the entire territory of Hong Kong. And within the territory of Hong Kong, there is also an island by the name of Hong Kong. When most tourists visit Hong Kong, they probably limit themselves to the districts of Central, which is the business district, Causeway Bay, Tsim Sha Tsui, and maybe even the Peak. No wonder then, most people think of Hong Kong as a concrete jungle. Actually, it's a lot more than that. The purpose of this video is to show the other side of Hong Kong, the greener side of Hong Kong, and maybe something a little bit different from the back of a motorbike. So the entire territory is approximately 1,000 square kilometers, or approximately 400 square miles. So think of it as, say, 20 miles by 20 miles. Now, I've circled here the old runway of Kai Tak, jutting into Victoria Harbour. It's 3.4 kilometers long enough to land the Concorde. Now, for comparison, Heathrow North is 3.9 kilometers long, and Heathrow South is 3.66 kilometers long. It takes a very skilled pilot to be able to land at Kai Tak Airport. I'll add a link below to show you the dramatic landings at Kai Tak. There is an urban myth that when you land into Kai Tak and you're sitting on the right hand side of the plane, you can peer into people's flats below and watch what they are watching on television. Trust me, that is all true. This is the new Cheklapkot International Airport. It was a hilly island which they basically flattened and spread out into the ocean to form this flat surface. It's on the north side of Lantau Island, which actually is larger than Hong Kong Island itself. But until the airport was built in 1998, it was a very backwater kind of island with very little development. But now with bridges, the trains and car connection is starting to be developed, but only really to the north side. The south sides of Lantau remains quite idyllic and very tranquil. So in the following footages, you see the Goldfish Street. That's not the real name, but it's called Goldfish Street for obvious reasons. There are goldfishes there. The bird market. I have shown you classic images of Hong Kong. Like I said, the purpose of this video is to show you the, shall we say, less traveled areas. I shot the videos between November 2020 and October 2021. In no particular order, I started in the northeast corner of Hong Kong, in an area called Tai Po Country Park. Yes, I know by the time you come to see this video, it is middle of 2023. And no excuses, I have been procrastinating on editing the footages. So please excuse this newbie and my very poor editing techniques. So we're here at Tai Mei Tuk Management Center. This is the beginning of Taipo Country Park. I have been recording earlier, but in intermittent mode. No idea if it records any sound whatsoever, but hopefully now the sound does work. First time really trying my very old GoPro out. It's a GoPro 2. Use it very occasionally, so not used to the functions at all. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Maybe before I make an investment, maybe into a GoPro 8 or 9. So this bit of road is a favourite for anything on wheels, I suppose, or even running. So the weekends in the morning I used to come out here, crack of dawn on my motorbike, lovely twisties. People on the four wheels, they do the same. You see a lot of, sadly debris from accidents. Shouldn't laugh really. About 15 years ago, one of my very good friends lost his life here. Respect. We'll go past his accident spot in a bit. So I'm recording with the visor open, but the sun visor down. I don't know if there's any wind noise. Let's see now. So, okay, now I'm going to lift the sun visor up. Let's have a look. Well, you won't notice, but for me, okay, the sun visor's up now. I don't know if it makes a difference to the wind noise or not. So, okay, that's a Clover Cove Reservoir. This used to be actually part of the ocean, and then they dammed it up at one end of the inlet, so to speak, and filled it up with fresh water. A quick and easy way to do a dam, to do a reservoir. Okay, now I'm going to shut the visor. Let's have a look. Let's feel it. Okay, visor's shut now. I don't know if the sound quality is any better. I guess I'll find out when I get home. There's no playback on the GoPro 2, so yeah, won't know until I get home. So the weekends here, this road, yeah, especially now, it could be traffic jam actually. Sorry to say it, but a lot of Sunday drivers too on the weekends. Guys and girls who do 3-point turns on a blind corner. It's really a bit scary at times. So, interesting bit of fact. Often in a city, it could be, I don't know, especially in winter, 2 or 3 degrees warmer than out here. Especially if you ride in here on a motorcycle, there's a pocket up, there's like a invisible barrier just ahead, and when you cross it, it's like whoa! Suddenly you just notice the big difference. It's like walking into an air-conditioned room, from outside. People often think of Hong Kong as a tropical place. Of course it's a tropical place and only hot, but summertime, as I mentioned earlier, it's pretty hot and humid. But in winter, especially out here, you can get up down to, I don't know, 4 to 5 degrees during the day, and possibly lower at night time, and this is pretty much sea level. Later on I'll take you up to our highest mountain, Shan, which literally means Big Fog Mountain. Up there we're talking about, you know, it's 957 meters above sea level. Yeah, that quite often goes below zero. Oh, getting thirsty. Have to stop for some water or Coke. There should be a little store up ahead. Let's have a look. So at this point we're about, I don't know, 3 kilometers from the border. I'll show you. It's kind of weird talking to myself. You know, see people on YouTube channels talking about their adventures. You know, it seems very natural to me when you're listening, but when you're doing the recording yourself, I feel a bit mad talking to myself. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Cyclists out, becoming a real fad, I have to say. 15-20 years ago, hardly see any cyclists. I cycle myself too, actually, but more to just stay fit. Got a kiddie's bike, and my son's bike. I bought him when he was about 10 years old or something like that. Just a little bit of modification. I mean, just make the seat taller, of course. But other than that, not a lot of difference. I figured, you know, just to keep me, you know, calm, do my cardio. This bike is deceptively fast. It's so smooth. You know, chugging along, and you look down. Oh, the speed limit here is 50, as you probably saw in the sign in. This camera is always on. I have to be really careful. On the left, you've got a big field. There are ponds in there, which the farmers put in. Not so much for you know, rearing fish, but for people to do fishing. I mean, I think it's a bit cheating, really, don't you think? You're sitting in a pond knowing there are fishes in there, and as long as the farmer or whatever don't feed the fish, then, you know, you should be able to catch anything. I don't know if you can take them home, though. I just find it a bit artificial. Right, Fat Key. Is it open? I hope so. I'm damn thirsty. Ah, lovely. Right, so here is a photographer's haven. Oh, especially if you're a bird lover. It's sort of a kind of a little bit marshy around here. You can see these mangroves here. And further around that headland, typically you've got hundreds of herons or birds of that type.
In this video, I had completed the first leg of Bryce Pool Road. I hope you enjoyed it. In the following videos, I will continue on the same circuit. This was my first attempt with video making. Please bear with me with the too steep camera angle and wind noises, etc. These were fixed in later videos. Thank you for sticking around. See you soon. Bye.